Welcome everybody. It is Travis from Travis Takes the Loop here, and I have another interview with me. I have Overtime Otis or Overtime with Otis. He's clocking in right now. Um, Probably one of the biggest Washington Commanders fans I know, or well, actually one of the only ones I know, kind of. But that's besides the point. Otis, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. How you doing today?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. So just gonna be doing we're just gonna interview you for however much time we have, like an hour or so, maybe 45 an hour. So I have a couple questions here, a lot of questions actually, and yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. So first question is, what got you started with Overtime with Otis?
Well, like I was telling you on my stream, I'm a big Commanders content. Well, I'm a big Commanders super fan.
Yeah.
Let's get that started. I'm a fan first with anything. So I always wanted to be like a not Stephen A. Smith, but kind of a Stephen A. Smith. I love talking sports, football,
Hmm.
basketball, whatever. Like I'm competitive. I used to play sports when I was in not high school. When I was in middle school, I used to play sports or whatever. But I just love sports. And it's like my friend. I have one of my friends just signed with the Falcons. I don't know if you've seen it on my Instagram a couple days ago.
I
But
think I
he's one
did.
of the guys. He's one of the guys that made it out of my area. Like just like Caleb Williams. Like he's another guy that made it out of our area
Hmm.
for sure. So I love sports. It's just loving the game, honestly.
Have you always been a Commanders fan, or did that come later in life?
Man, I'm a diehard Commanders fan. I'm not even a Commanders fan to be honest. You see this? You see this right here? That's
Yep.
the Redskin logo. It's like, I'm a Commanders fan, true and true. I was gonna get them pictures. I got pictures of me and I'm like this tall and I'm wearing Commanders, well Redskin jerseys at the time. Always been a Redskins fan.
Who was your first jersey that you got?
My first jersey it had to be Clinton Portis.
Clinton Portis?
Yes.
Wasn't he on the Christmas Day game? He was getting interviewed.
Yep. He was on the
That's
he
what.
was on the
Yeah, I
Christmas
think
Day
he was
game.
on there. I
Yep.
saw him. That's awesome. Uh, so, what is the process like when you're making content?
When I'm making content, okay, first I gotta get a subject around it. Like something
Hmm.
can happen. Like say we sign a free agent. Okay, we sign a free agent. I'm gonna go look and see. I'm gonna look at their dang, what is it? I'm gonna look at their highlights and I'm gonna look at breakdowns of other content creators and what they have going on, and I'm gonna see what I could see. Just like say a running back, we got Rashad White. So we got Rashad White from the Bucks. Yeah, I seen him play on the Bucks, but I want to see what he can do like in these highlights. So I'm seeing he's not very shifty guy. He's more
Hmm.
of a straight line speed, and he falls forward. That's what I do like about Rashad White. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at different traits and attributes and what I could take from the film or the video I'm watching, so I could put it in my video. So I'll take that. I'll jot down. Okay, he's fast. He's good at this. He's bad at that. And I'll have it in my notes. Then I'll record a video. I might record that one or two or three times, however long it takes. And then I'm going with AI. I'm going to AI, and I'm going to have them make the
Yeah.
flyer for it.
That's how my logo came up, was from AI.
Yep, definitely.
Um, is it so when you're making videos like in the moment, is it more reactive or is it kind of like more just planned, like how you were doing what you just said before, just looking at the highlights or looking how they play, or is it kind of just both?
It's kind of both. With my content, it's kind of both, but I try to not be so reactive how I feel at the
Hmm.
moment because feelings change. So
Yeah.
I could feel like we got a good player, but then it's like I go through his highlights and I'm like, do we need him? We already have somebody who fills his same position. He does the
Hmm.
same position on the team for us right now. So we might not have needed him.
Is there any examples of that?
Let me think. Let me think. An example of it. Who did we sign that I didn't like? Say the running back. So I think his name's Jerome Ford. He used to play for the Browns, and
Browns.
I didn't know like what he was. I didn't know anything about him. I never heard of him till I seen his
Yeah.
highlights, and I was like, okay, he could contribute on our team. But I was like, did we need him? I was like, I don't think we needed him, but. Yeah, I look at it at when we get those type of guys on the team, camp bodies. We need some extra bodies for camp.
Really?
Yeah,
You just
that's
need the
that's
cam
how I look at
bodies.
it. Yep, camp bodies. You gotta fill out a 90-man roster.
They're just there for the preseason, and then
Yes,
just
sir.
be there. Don't tackle our guys too hard, and you'll maybe make it another week.
Yep. Hey, look,
Um,
we need somebody that could juke out or a tackling dummy.
what's been your favorite piece of content you've made so far?
My favorite piece of content, and it's crazy. It's not even on my sporting page. It's on my Better Living page. So I was cooking on the grill, and I had some steaks, and they got 70,000 views in about a week and a half.
You know how to cook a steak or
Oh
grill a
yeah,
steak? Yeah.
oh yeah. I'm famous for the grill. Like they call me Grill Master O for a reason.
What's your favorite thing to grill?
It's gonna be either steak, salmon. I cook a mean teriyaki salmon on the grill, some asparagus, and some zucchini. I like grilled zucchini too.
So next we're going to talk about, your team, the Commanders, and just
Yes,
your
sir.
feelings about them. Number one, what are your overall thoughts on the direction of the Commanders right now?
The overall thoughts. I try to be not so doom and gloom, but
Yeah.
my overall thoughts about the Commanders. I don't. All the Commanders fan will tell you we don't know which direction we're going in right now
Hmm.
because we have a new offensive coordinator, then we have a new defensive coordinator. So there's no film on either. Just like how you said,
Yeah.
our Durante Jones, our new defensive coordinator, he was the secondary coach. I think he was the DB's coach in Minnesota under Brian
Hmm.
Flores. So
Yeah.
we're thinking he might bring that Minnesota defense or that mean streak, that blitzing, but we don't know.
Yeah. Um, what's a player you're really excited about moving forward besides Jaden Daniels?
Player I'm excited about moving forward. I would say one of our new pickups. I would say let me go different because I usually say the same guy. Let me say Adafe Owe.
Okay. No,
We
he's
we
he's a
needed
beast.
we needed some help on the edge, man. We needed somebody who could get to the quarterback and put pressure on the opposing quarterbacks.
And then now we could say Jaden Daniels now, right? Jaden Daniels, is that the one you're most excited about moving forward?
Yes, definitely. I'm definitely cuz everybody they seen that first year of Jaden.
Hmm.
Yeah, there was some good, yeah, there was some bad, but there's a lot of hate. When you're that's just like a I'm not trying to compare him to Tom Brady, but you know how much hate Tom Brady gets. When you're good to a certain level, like even Patrick Mahomes, he kind of slid into that Tom Brady now. Like people don't
Yeah.
they don't like you when you're winning, they don't like you.
Yeah. Uh, how do you feel about Jaden Daniels? What do you think he has to do to improve in the upcoming years?
With Jaden Daniels, the best ability is availability. So
Hmm.
I just need Jaden Daniels to stay healthy. Honestly,
Yeah. Do you think he should scramble a little bit less now, or do you think he should just keep that a part of his game and just kind of hope for the best?
see, people always tell Jaden to slide more because he's kind of on the slimmer side,
Hmm.
but I can't take that competitive energy away from him. I'm like, man, it's football. Injuries are gonna happen. Like when he got hurt last year, it wasn't from a slide. It wasn't a time where he could have slid. Like the guy was coming at him and like he kind of spun him around and then he fell on his elbow. So
Yeah.
it wasn't too much. Like you could say maybe he could get down and stuff like that, but if my quarterback's a competitor and he wants to get that extra yard, I wouldn't be mad at it. I just
Yeah.
want him to protect himself the best.
What do you think this team needs to do to take the next step? The
To take the
Commanders.
next step, the
Hmm.
Commanders. I just I don't want to sound like one of those. I just say they just need more cohesion. They need to be together. Like there's players that's coming last year and leaving last year, and now like say De'Ami Brown. De'Ami
Hmm.
Brown, he was with us. We call him Playoff De'Ami in the Commanders organization. Playoff De'Ami because during the season he might
Yeah.
have 200 yards. But in
Hmm.
the playoffs, he got 404 touchdowns. Like play it's people that will leave the team and come back. So it's like I need that. I need you to stay. I need to see repetitiveness of you just growing and growing and growing, getting better every year. That's what I definitely want to do. Cohesion by the team.
So, do you believe the Commanders are going to make the playoffs next season, or what are your views on that?
Um, it all stems on Jaden Daniels' back. It all rides on Jaden Daniels. We're going as far as Jaden Daniels could take us. So
And
I
then,
would say my view, not even to cut you off, my view. Do I feel like the Commanders gonna make the playoffs? If I had my last dollar, I would say no.
And why is that?
because I feel like they just got to prove it to me now. Because
Yeah.
last year I was going into it, I feel like the Commanders might have rode in the season on a high horse. Like they were going off the we got to the NFC Championship. It was one game away from the Super Bowl. But I feel like this year, like they were, somebody was going to give it to them. Like we were just going to show up and they were going to lay down. I feel like
Yeah.
that's kind of how it was. But that wasn't how it is, because they were bringing out that belt every week on us.
Now, what about the head coach over there? I want to say it's Dan Quinn. What's your opinions on him?
Man, Travis, I was supposed to vet you before this. I don't like talking about him, man. He's on the list. He made the short list in my house who we don't talk about. So Dan Quinn, I'll tell you this. Dan Quinn, this year is a prove it year for him. He might have
Mhm.
a longer leash with Adam Peters, our GM, and the owner. They might have a connection where they want to keep Dan Quinn. But I feel like last year for the Commanders, our defense was getting torched every week, and one of his best friends was our defensive coordinator. He was doing everything not to fire him, because you know how some of the defensive coordinators, they be in the skybox. So
Mhm.
when they're in the box, they're seeing the whole field.
Yeah.
Dan Quinn told him to come down from the box to see the field, like I guess to get the morale and get the players, like how the
Yeah.
players feel emotionally. That didn't work. Then it was, all right, well, he might be going back to the box. Then for the rest of the year, it was like, okay, we're stripping play calling from him, and I'm taking over play calling. But I'm like, but we're running the same plays. We're
Yeah.
basically running the same plays, so it seemed like he still had the play calling. But Dan Quinn, I feel like last year didn't have to go in the gutter the way it did. I don't want to put all of it on him, is because he's the head coach, he's on the field, and our main quarterback was injured, but he plays a big part. I feel like a lot of games last year we got outcoached.
So this is the year where you feel like if it doesn't go so well, or if it's not competitive, at least it's gone.
I would like that, but I don't know if the organization would do that.
Yeah. All right. So, what is it like being a Commanders fan through all the ups and downs?
Man, being a Commanders fan is hard. Like I was telling you on the stream we just had, it's only been about 3 years where the Commanders had a winning season in my life. I'm 30
Mm.
years old right now. So I've been liking the Commanders since I was about 10. So let's say in the last 20 years. In the last 20 years, it's only been 3 winning seasons. So it's kind of hard being a Commanders fan. And people will say the Commanders fan base is not loyal. We don't got the loyal fan base. Honestly, we have the one of the most loyal fan bases, because I don't know how many fans could have been around for. We're on basically our third name change. We went from the Redskins to the Washington football, or to the Washington football team, to the
Yeah.
Commanders. And we're still around. Like when we're winning, that stadium is filled up and nobody wants to sell their season tickets. But when we're losing, the season ticket holders, man, they'll give it to the opposite team.
What was the initial reaction when they said they were getting rid of the name, the Redskins?
I never thought it would happen, but then the only reason why I feel like they did was the owner.
Hmm.
They didn't like the owner, and that was one of the things. Like it went from the owner being bad, the name that they said the name was racist, and
Yeah.
then they were just like, okay, it's either or, take the name. So he took the name, or watch the football team out. But I feel like at the end of the day, they really had to get the owner out. So
Hmm.
if we could change our name and stuff like that to the Commanders, and we got a new owner, and I love our new owner, Josh Harris. Yeah, I'm glad it happened.
How do you feel about the new stadium being in Washington D.C. again?
Yes, sir. The Commanders, we're gonna have the best stadium ever, because I think the people that we're getting to design it, they designed the Viking Stadium, and they
Hmm.
designed SoFi Stadium. So we're gonna have one of the. Have you seen the layout of the new
I
Commander
haven't seen the
Stadium?
layout. No.
Go look it up. From the Commander Stadium, you're supposed to be able to see the monument and everything, and like through the
Really?
stadium. You sitting in the stadium,
Oh, that's pretty
you're gonna be
cool.
able to see the Lincoln Monument. But what I don't like, because like how we were saying about, I keep kicking this chair, how we keep saying about traffic in the area,
Hmm.
man, the Redskins Stadium, where it's at right now, they tore it down. I was just over there today. Man, it's so much traffic over there, so I already know when that stadium comes back, it's gonna be worse. Like
Yeah.
on Mondays, Thursdays, Sundays, don't go to DC. Don't be in DC.
What's been your worst moment for you as a fan of the Washington Commanders?
Worst moment for me. I feel like my worst moment as a fan
Mm,
was maybe the RG3 scenario because it was kind of like the Jaden Daniels. It was similar, but with Jaden Daniels, he has more of a ceiling. He has more potential. With
hmm
the RG3, that was the first taste of winning. That was our first taste of winning for a long time, and then for it
Yeah,
to get taken away like that was crazy. Like I feel like the RG3 when it was against Seattle too. It's crazy because Jaden got injured versus Seattle and RG3 got injured versus
yeah.
Seattle. Ironic. Like I think 10 years later, exactly on the same date or some funny stuff like that.
That's wild. That's wild. I
Because
remember that.
there's a guy. His name is Joe Theismann. I don't know if you know about him.
Yeah, no,
He
no. Yeah, I've heard of him.
Okay, Joe Theismann, he had a big injury. I think he broke his leg on a certain mark. I think it
Yeah.
was like the 23rd mark on the field.
hmm
Alex Smith came and broke his leg on the same mark like 20, 30 years after, same field versus the same team. Like
Yeah.
that's why I think my team is cursed cuz we be having stuff like that go on.
The coincidence.
Yeah.
Um. All right. Now, what's been your favorite moment for you as a fan?
Jaden Daniels going to the
Jaden
NFC
Daniels.
Championship. Yep, going to the NFC Championship. Jaden Daniels.
What about the season as a whole? Was that the best
Oh, the
season you've
season
seen?
was the season was amazing because
Yeah.
and what's crazy, Travis. I got 4 subscribers off that video we just did. I was psyched I seen that, but I only have 182 subscribers on YouTube right now. If
hmm
I would have been a content creator and wasn't so scary last year, I would probably have 1,000 now.
Yeah.
Because one of the big Commanders content creators I just did a collab with, he said, "Man, you could cut." He said you could press record and talk about horses, and you would get some followers that year. I said, "Dang!" I said, "Man, I picked the." Hey, look, and then the year I picked to become a Commanders creator, because I was talking to my wife. I was like, "Man, you know what? I'm gonna start making Commanders content, man. We doing so good." Then next year we win 4 games, so that was a humbling moment for me because it's
Yeah.
like I had to stop making content after a while. After I knew we was not going to the playoffs and we got 40 balled every game, I was just like, man, that's why I made the series The Annoying Eagles. I started talking about the Eagles, the Bears, and other people. I was like, man, I can't keep going on with this one.
I will say, yeah, last year, like Chicago sports has been like bad for like a while now, like 4 years now, because like before the Cubs made the playoffs, the last time that like any Chicago team made the playoffs was the White Sox in 2021, and
Yeah.
like I'm gonna say it, like I'm not really like the biggest White Sox fan. I'm more of a Cubs guy,
Okay.
and that was the last time like a Chicago team made the playoffs until the Cubs in 2025. And that was like electric. That was like insane. I was posting videos about the Cubs and I was getting views and views and views and views on that.
Yes.
And then, but the Bears, this is a football town, so when the Bears were good, that's when like people are like talking in my comments or arguing or saying
Yep.
you know nothing about sports or whatever. It's like it's a lot of fun. I mean, when the Bears are good, it definitely when teams are good, when your team is good, it definitely makes it easier to post.
Definitely.
It sucks to see just like a team losing. When your team loses, it sucks to post. Yeah, we lost again. By 30. So
But see what it is. I already know the Bears organization and their fan base is kind of like the Commanders. It's like we come when people are sad together.
mhm,
It's a place of comfort. You just come to. You
yeah.
talk about what you can improve. Talk about what went wrong, and then everybody is just in a kumbaya circle. Like,
Yeah.
man, we're gonna get better. We're gonna get better.
So, what's something about being a Commanders fan that only real fans would truly understand?
Man, you gotta be a real fan to be a Commanders fan. Like I told you, 3 name change. It went from Redskins to Washington Football Team to Washington Commanders. The ups and the downs, like the bad years. Like man, I'm trying to tell you. Oh, if you're from the DMV area and you are a Commanders fan, if you a real Commanders fan, you know the Commanders were so bad at one point, Travis. You can go to Papa John's and win some Commanders tickets.
No way.
I'm trying to tell you they were so bad. They weren't selling they weren't selling the tickets out. Like the season ticket holders
Yeah,
from the Jaden Daniels season, I think that was the only year they sold out with season tickets.
really.
Yeah, because they were bad.
Shoot. Well, I mean, the Bears never had that problem. They always overprice the hell out of those tickets. They don't, no matter how good or bad the team is. All right, so now we're gonna move on, and we're gonna talk about, I guess, the Bears and your perspective, like an outsider perspective on the Bears.
Okay.
Um, so from an outside perspective, how do you view the Chicago Bears right now?
The Bears are on the come up. The Bears are definitely on the come up because what a lot of games are lost by coaching, and I feel
Hmm.
like your coach, he's been in those tense situations. Even his first year in there, he's been in those tense situations where he can overcome it. He's like,
Yeah.
as I'm watching the Bears game, I'm like, man, what is Ben Johnson thinking? What is Ben Johnson thinking? And he
Mhm.
always seems to call the right play at the end of the day. Like it make me feel like I'm a Bears fan. I'd be over here rooting for the Bears because Caleb Williams is from my area, so I
Yeah.
gotta root. I gotta root for the Bears, and I want them to do good. Unless they're playing this team behind me. Other than that, I want the Bears to do good.
So, what's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of the Bears?
Caleb Williams,
Caleb Williams.
yeah,
Why?
because I feel like he, he's gonna go as you guys are gonna go as far as he takes you. The quarterback, as long as Caleb Williams does his thing, like Caleb Williams the first year when people were talking about him, and that's why I didn't like because like I told you, he's from my area, so I gotta support him. People
Hmm.
were saying, oh he's too off script, he does this, he does that. I don't think you guys well, it's kind of back and forth because he did come into the best situation. Because I remember the Bears, they weren't supposed to have the first pick. Y'all got the pick
Yeah.
from the
Carolina.
Panthers. Yeah,
Yeah.
y'all got the pick from in the Bryce Young deal. So it's
Hmm.
like you guys roster was set up to win, and then
Hmm.
y'all went and got Roma Dunze too. I was like, dang,
Yeah.
Roma Dunze. I love Roma Dunze.
He's all right. He's good over here. We love him. I will say, the Bears. That I will say that a lot of people did say the situation was great. It was not. It was not good. You could say yes, it was the coaching, but the offensive line was just horrible. It was horrible. The offensive line, like really, the Bears line, the O line. Besides this year, this is probably like the greatest O line I think I've ever seen, like ever that the Bears have assembled. The previous like 8 years, everybody sucked. Everybody on the line sucked. Besides maybe like the center to a certain degree.
No,
So
I was saying it was a better situation than
yeah,
a number one team, a team who would actually be number
is
one.
that bad?
Caleb Williams
Yeah,
is coming into a better situation than them.
yeah. Nah, but the Bears, they were bad either way. I mean, they sucked the year after. So, but hey, 11-6, division champs. That's all right.
Oh yeah,
Um. So, how close do you think the Bears are to being a real contender
Bears are contender right now.
already?
The Bears are definitely content. Man, nobody wants to either play in Chicago when it gets real cold. Nobody wants to see Caleb Williams because they
Hmm.
know when he goes off script, Caleb Williams, he's bound to do whatever. Because when I
Yeah.
seen him run in a circle and then he threw the ball, I was like, what the? I said like that. That's what the thing. I got names for those quarterbacks coming out the draft.
Hmm.
Oh, certain quarterbacks, I got names for them, like Fernando
Yeah.
Mendoza. Fernando Mendoza, he's the president. Caleb Williams, he's the magic man. He a magician. I'm trying to tell you, in my videos when I talk about Caleb Williams, I'd be like, "Oh, you talking about the magician?" Caleb Williams will do. He will pull a rabbit out of a hat in front of you real quick. I'd be like, "What the? How did he do that?" Like that. That's how Caleb Williams, how good he is. That's why I wanted him here in Washington.
Yeah. What's your opinion on the Bears' current roster as of right now?
The
How do
Bears' current roster,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know too much about the Bears' current roster. Like,
Hmm.
do you guys still have DeAndre Swift?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, DeAndre Swift, he loves killing us.
Yeah.
He always, even in New York, no, not in Philly, in Detroit, in Philly, in Chicago, it's always you got to watch out for DeAndre Swift because
Yeah.
whenever he sees them burgundy and gold colors, oh, he turned into prime Barry Sanders.
Yeah. It's always that, certain players, it's always just that one team that, they just really want to just play.
That's how it was with Justin Fields versus us. When Justin Fields played for y'all, he would always torch us.
Yeah.
Like Justin Fields turning into prime Michael Vick. I was like, what the heck?
It's kind of like I see it a lot more in the NBA than I really do in the NFL. I see like like Luka Doncic. I see him pretty much killing everybody. It always seems like when he plays the Bulls, he has like his best games, like
Yeah.
his really best games. So that's just an example. I think I see that a lot more in basketball than football. Um, Next
Oh,
up,
you
is
said
there?
how do the Bears? The Bears. My bad to cut you off. You said how do I think the Bears roster? Okay, so
Mhm.
what you guys last offseason, you guys got a center. It was a center y'all
Drew
resigned.
Dahlman. Drew Dahlman
Okay.
was his name, and then he retired.
He, what?
He retired like yeah, like it was like huge news, like it was crazy.
That's who you were telling me about. Oh,
Hmm.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
So do y'all have a backup to him?
We traded with the Patriots for Garrett Bradbury, who used to be
Okay.
teammates with Joe Tooney. So
Okay.
that's like
Got some
in
history.
college. In college,
Got
yeah,
some
and
history
they were
right
like
there.
roommates. Yeah, so you know, it's really the offensive line to me. It's always like you can have like great players on the line or whatever, but it's really you're only as strong as your weakest link, or however the
Yeah.
saying goes. So like if there's one guy bad, your line's not going to be very good.
They're just gonna
Like
target him.
it doesn't matter, yeah. So everybody's got to be in the right position. They got to block well, and that's kind of how I view it as the line.
I
You're only
definitely
as good as
understand.
one. So
I
all
definitely
right.
understand.
Next up we got is there a player on the Bears you really like or think is underrated?
Luther Burden, but
Luther
now
Burden.
he's not. But now he's not so underrated after this past season. Cause I wanted him. He was posting JD5, JD5. I really wanted Luther Burden because you want those players that want to play for your team, and I
Mhm.
feel like he brings that toughness and that grit. Like I love Luther Burden.
Luther Burden. I mean, he's Illinois born and raised, or not born and raised. I think he's from like St. Louis, Illinois, but
Yeah.
same thing.
Hey, close enough.
Close enough. He went to Mizzou.
Yep.
Um, all right. What what's one weakness to see in the Bears that fans might not want to hear?
Mm, dang, but the fans know that though. I was gonna say that Caleb Williams has to grow mentally tough,
Yeah. I mean, you
tougher
could say that.
because
Yeah.
I feel like on the sideline, I might not say last year, but the year before that, you could see like when he's like we had quarterbacks like this too. When he's upset or going through something, you could
Hmm.
see it on his face.
Yeah.
You could see it on his face.
Yeah. I think Bears fans won't be happy about that one. I'll make him like sound like the Bears. Caleb Williams needs to get a mind again. All right, and then final question about the Bears. What's your expectation for the Bears this upcoming season?
This upcoming season, I see the Bears going back to the playoffs. I could definitely see the Bears getting in the playoffs and making some noise because nobody wants to go up there and
Yeah.
play in that cold when it gets to the playoffs. So
Yeah.
if you guys really have a home field advantage. If y'all could get a home game in that playoffs, nobody wants to come up there and play.
Yeah.
Wasn't
All
it
right.
supposed to be like a historical snow one game?
Uh, was it
It
against the
was one
Rams?
or was it? Yeah, it was the versus the Rams. It was
What
real
was it in?
cold.
I think it was really cold, but I don't think that was the worst cold ever.
Okay.
There's been
Which game
there's
did you go to?
I went to the Bears Packers in December, and that one, like for that, like it was a night game. But that, I mean, that was chilly, but for a December game, December 20th, that should have
Yeah.
been way colder. Like
Oh yeah.
I wasn't complaining that much. Obviously, like my hands were freezing, but like it could have been way worse. Like the week before, it was like frigid. Like it was in the
Dang.
negatives. So they were playing the Browns the week before, and that was like negative something. And that was during the day. But at night it gets colder at night than during the day. But still,
Definitely.
negatives is negative. So all right, next up. So we're gonna just ask some fun questions that
Okay.
just I wasn't able to ask people last night for fan questions. So
Hmm.
so we're just gonna do like kind of just like recency bias, like what people usually ask. So
Okay.
the most popular one I usually get is what's your favorite fast food?
Favorite fast food? I don't really be eating too much fast food. My favorite fast food. Well, I guess it would kind of be. I would say my favorite fast food right now. It's a Mexican place up the street. It's called Guapo's.
Hmm.
Man, they got some fire birria tacos. They got the quesadilla pizza and everything.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be my go to fast food. Not like a necessarily a McDonald's or a Wendy's.
Hmm.
I could go months without eating those.
What's the go-to meal at the Guapos?
Oh, the birria pizza.
Okay.
They have birria ramen. They got birria tacos. They got birria
Hmm.
pizza. They got everything. And I like quesadillas too. They got some good quesadillas in there. Some steak quesadillas.
Who's your favorite artist, singer, artist, rapper?
My favorite rapper is Lil Wayne for
Lil
sure.
Wayne.
Yeah.
And then is there more? Is there any other guys, or is it just
Oh
Lil
yeah,
Wayne?
definitely. Lil Wayne, my favorite artist. Who is another one? Lil Durk. You know he's from the
Lil
Chicago
Durk,
area.
yeah.
Free Lil Durk, man. He ain't do it. But Lil Durk. Oh, Chief Keef. I like a lot.
Okay.
I like a lot of Chicago artists. I like a lot of Chicago artists for sure.
Yeah. And then favorite NBA team,
Oh, Miami
baseball,
Heat.
Miami Heat. What?
Yeah.
How did that start? How did you become a Miami Heat fan?
It started because my mom and my stepdad they were Heat fans, and you know I'm an honorary Wizards fan at this point.
Hmm.
But it started because my mom she likes D Wade, and then you know Shaq was there, and then LeBron went there. So
Yeah.
I had to when I was in high school. I graduated in 2014. So when
Hmm.
I was in high school, they won the championship. They won the back to back. I remember me
Yeah.
and my friends. We was cooking breakfast at my house, celebrating. It was like a celebration. But yeah, the Miami Heat, my team for sure. But I'm an
Who
honorary Wizards fan. I'm gonna put that out there.
who is your favorite player from that Miami, like the Heat?
I'm gonna say Shaq.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah,
And
Shaquille O'Neal.
then who's your favorite player on the Wizards? Who do you like on the Wizards right now?
On the Wizards right now, I know everybody would say Trey Young, but I would say either Leaky Black or I would say Trey Johnson.
Leaky Black.
Yeah,
Didn't he go to North Carolina?
I'm not sure. Yeah, hey,
I
look, don't
I
get me
thought
the
he
line.
went.
I don't know. I just be at the Wizards games. I don't really keep up with it.
Who's your favorite current Heat player?
My favorite. I haven't been keeping up with basketball. I'm not even gonna lie.
No,
It
that's all
was
right.
Tyler Hero. It was Tyler Hero. I do like him, but he's not living up to it.
Tyler Hero.
Yeah. It say Leaky Black went to North Carolina.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
I don't know. I just remember him going there. So.
Yeah. No, he's good too. He
Yeah.
was scoring a lot. The night I was there, it was him and Trey Young and Trey Johnson. They were scoring a lot that night.
Yeah.
They lost though.
All right. So I'm gonna kind of ask you the same question that you asked me. What's some advice you would give people out there that are trying to start content creation or just honestly just starting anything? What they want to do? What should they do? What's your advice?
I'm gonna say it like
Some
this:
motivation.
you have to jump out there because if I was scared to make content or start making content when I did, I wouldn't be able to meet a good homie like you, a good friend that we're not on the same team, but we got the same direction and the same view. We're trying to be doing this full time, and we love sports. That's what it is.
Yeah.
We love sports at the end of the day. So I would definitely say, like you said, jump out there
Yeah.
because man, if you being scared, like my cousin say, isn't gonna get them bills paid. So jump out there, like Travis said, just push that record button, and it's somebody around the world. Travis, you live like if I drive, you live like 14 hours away from me, but we still cool. So it's like
Yeah.
somebody around the world is gonna have your same views and your same drive for the game.
Uh, all right, now, so I guess I'm gonna ask one more question. This is a little bit off topic. Well, not off topic, but talk about your other account, your cargo van
Okay.
videos, the Chronicles.
Okay, Cargo Van Chronicles. You know, it
Yeah.
got started. Well, I have my CDL. I had my CDL
Hmm.
about 10 years. I was driving a dump truck, trash truck. I got a lot of
Yeah.
experience driving. So you know, I started a business, Cargo Van Chronicles. Cargo Van Chronicles 1. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube for sure. But I started that because you know, like even with the content creator stuff, everybody wants to be their own business owner and stuff like that. And I'm like, and I'm working for these different companies, and I'm seeing what they're doing, and I'm like, man, if these companies are running BS companies, I could run a company and it not be
Yeah.
BS. I'm like, man, I could do this on my own. So
Yeah.
it was one of them things, just like with the content, just jump out there, take a leap of faith.
What's the biggest order you've gotten?
Whoo, the biggest, the heaviest, or
Like
the
the
most
heaviest.
amount of money? Okay, the heaviest.
We can do both.
the,
Yeah, we can do
the,
both.
the
Heaviest
cargo
and maybe the
van
most amount of money.
it holds about three like 3,300 pounds, so it holds about 3,300 pounds. So we're doing lumber from Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever. Like if somebody wants a new toilet, it's a lot of places. There's a place out here called the Towel Shop, so it's a lot of towel we're delivering and stuff like that, and heavy towel and stuff we're delivering at the brand new construction houses or just people renovating their bathroom.
And then what about the money? What's the
the
highest
the
price
most
tag?
money I got, I think it was like $200 a order, and
$200.
I only had to take it out there for like I only had to drive an hour away, and the people took it off the van for me. So I was like, this is the sweetest
Nice.
order I had.
What's the furthest you've had to drive to take
The
something?
furthest I Okay, I think I had to drive all the way. The furthest I had to drive, I think I had to go all the way to like Charlottesville. That's where the University of Virginia is.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I don't know. I don't know if you know about the state of Virginia. So I live like right now. If I drive at 10 o'clock right now, no traffic, I could get to DC in like 25 minutes. So I'm literally at the top of Virginia. The Charlottesville is all the way to the bottom. Like Virginia is like a triangle. So I live up
Yeah.
here, Charlottesville all the way down there. I had to drive, but it was like that was another order that paid like $250. But I had to kind of do the most because they were working on the side of the highway. But yeah,
Yeah.
Charlottesville for sure.
So how long have you been doing cargo work? How
I've
long
been
you
doing cargo
it for?
work since I used to work at the post office, so that's where it started with the cargo van. I fell in love with the
Yeah.
cargo van there because I was jumping out, delivering mail, doing packages. This is when I was in Florida, jumping out, doing mail, delivering packages, and then I was like, "Dang, cargo van, kind of sweet, not too bad on gas. Let me see what it is." So I went on YouTube, did my research, found out I could get one. Yeah, them cargo vans. I started in October. So
This
I haven't
past
even been
October?
doing it. Yes, sir. And I haven't even been doing it a full year.
Wow. Wow. And so is this like a so do you want to do this and content creation, or are you going to be choosing like one or the other if it gets to that point? Or when it gets to that
Um,
point, I should say.
When it gets to that point, I'm
Yeah.
definitely choosing content over the cargo van because me lifting stuff, like I would like to put somebody else in there, like because with the transportation business, it's like this. Say if you get a contract, the contract pay $2,000, right?
Mhm.
You could $2,000 a week. You could pay somebody $1,000 a week. That's still good money in this economy, and you're not really doing anything. I'm over here making content while somebody else is driving.
Yeah.
So that's how the transportation business goes. But I definitely pick content over transportation, but it kind of merges with the Cargo Van Chronicles.
Yeah.
Like I'm working, then I'm doing content. So
Yeah. So what's been your I guess your favorite drive? I don't know how to word this, but like your
Okay,
favorite
the
like I
easiest
guess.
my favorite orders. My favorite orders
Yeah.
is like let me see if I can pull it up real quick. My favorite orders is when they take it off the truck and I don't have to lift a finger. Like literally somebody takes a forklift, puts it on my truck, I strap it down, I drive, and then I get to the location, they take another forklift, take it off, and I get paid. Hey look, and I get paid instantly.
Here's your money.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
For
And but
sure.
when you do have to like lift stuff or when you do have to take stuff in, do you have extra help or is it just a one man job?
Sometimes I do have like one of my friends. He sells cars, so on Wednesdays he's off work. If he's not too tired from his week of work, he'd be like, "Oh, I'll jump out there and help you. Just throw me some money when I'm doing this." And you know how I have different friends that work different shifts. Like I have one friend that works IT, so he works nights. So sometimes he'll be like, "Oh, let me come jump in the truck with you."
Shoot. So so it's just different kinds of friends. They're just like, "Hey, let me come with you." Is that
Yeah,
kind of how it
like
is?
it's like me and my friends we're close. Like these are my childhood friends,
Yeah.
so they know what I'm doing. Just like me starting the content right now, they know I'm starting content, so they're like, "Let me help Otis. Let me help him try to
Yeah.
build it with him."
Have they ever been a part of the videos before?
Yeah, one of my friends, he was in the video. We was lifting some heavy stuff, and he was in the video. I was like, "Man, thank you for him in there."
What's the heaviest thing you've had to lift from the cargo?
It was probably that towel. That towel. People be putting in brand new. Like it was this one lady, man. She was so rich. Her house had the ceilings. Listen, her house had the ceilings. If you let go of a balloon, you're not gonna be able to get it no more.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's one of my favorite ones, but then it was kind of wasn't because she was kind of in the way, and
It's funny.
I'm like, lady, I'm trying to drop this off. You're trying to talk my ear off. I'm over here trying to hold this thing called. It's like 100 pounds. I'm trying to walk with it, so I'm
Yeah.
waddling a little bit.
All
But
right.
she was a cool lady. If she see this, thank you for the order.
All right, Otis. Well, it was great for having you on. If you want, shout out your Instagrams, YouTubes, whatever you want to shout out. Just do it right now before we hop off. And yeah, just go right ahead.
Appreciate my guy Travis for having me on. I love the content he's putting out. I'm a big supporter of him. He supports me, I support him. It goes vice versa. If I see Travis put something out a minute ago, I'm like it and I'm reposting it. I'm definitely going to do that because I know he does the same for me. But
Yeah.
you know what time it is, man. Overtime with Otis, man. We clocking in. If you like my content, you can follow me at Overtime with Otis on TikTok, on Instagram, and on YouTube. And you already know I'm always be in Travis's content, in his comment sections. I'm always be in them reposts because that's my guy Travis. You already know it. And make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and subscribe to my guy Travis for sure.
Thank you for the outro. That's great. Thank you for the outro. I'm terrible at those.